Alright, welcome. This is my kiln. This is where the magic happens. I'm gonna... Oh, really? Meow. Alright, well, this is a makeshift door I built and got some insulation and some tape trying to keep it airproof. I'm going to go over how much this all cost me and what I'm getting out of it. Sneak peek. Let's go back in time to when the trees fell on the ground.
Time travel!
Well, as a result of the storm that just came through, I have 2 trees that got knocked over. 2 large white oak. And you can see I've got quite a bit here. All right, good. Cleanup continues. 2 white oak. Got most of the branches and upper end cut up. All right, this is how things look, cleaned up. Gonna be getting someone out here in a couple days to start milling this stuff. And it's all going inside. Will be fun. This is my office slash future kiln. I've got those pretty big slabs over there. There's 3 of them. And this is Salt Lake Quarter. Still have to clean and move. And this pile of stuff. And that pile of stuff. And all those additional pieces. It's gonna take some work, and this shit's heavy. Alright, let's see if my camera will stay unfoggy. This is where I got set up right now. Got a fan in that corner, got a fan down here, got everything stickered. This is all 8/4 here, both stacks. Most of this here is 4/4. These were some weird top cuts. Most of that stuff back there is all 8/4. I've got my dehumidifier running. Air's coming out the top. You can see it's a crisp 100 degrees in here. Hot air outtake is blowing in here. And I have a water drain going out the window, so that's constantly draining. And then just circulating the air. Been in here for about 3 weeks now. Coming together quite well. Now, one of the things that I also know is I'm not going to be able to save all of my material. Kiln drying is a very specific process. There's a science to it. Can't heat it up too fast, can't let it dry out too quickly, otherwise you end up with checking and cracks and other stuff. So I look at this piece on top. Just big split running all the way down the center. All right, let's talk about time and cost for this project. So there was a pretty big storm a few weeks back, middle of November, blew down both those trees. I spent a good weekend cleaning everything, getting all the branches cut off, all of the logs laid out into 8-foot sections, and get everything cleaned up, moved out of the way so that when the guy came to mill the material into lumber, everything was clean. We had a good path. As far as cost and materials, I ended up buying a new bar, a new chain, gas, oil, fan. I already had the dehumidifier AC unit, and I already had one other fan, so those weren't out of pocket. So for the 2x4s, insulation, tape, the chainsaw stuff, it was about $250, and milling cost me $560. It was about 8 hours of work, split over 2 days, and then there was considerably more time put into it beyond that on my end after everything was milled up. So we just milled everything up and got it stacked up, and then I spent more time cleaning it, making sure to brush all the dust off every piece and having it nice and clean before I brought it in the house. I didn't want all that extra dust, all that extra moisture being dragged in, so every piece got cleaned. So all in all, I spent about $1,000. Now, what am I making off this as far as my profit, or what I could say is profit? On the assumption that white oak goes for $6 a board foot, it was a recent quote I got and did around here. I've got about 1,000 board feet, so I've got about $6,000 in material. Now, it isn't as simple as that. There are some other things. I've got some really large, thick slabs, 2 large pieces that are 8/4, and then I got a 12/4 piece. That has value in itself. There's a lot of really nice cuts, quarter sawn. There's a lot of flecking, some really good patterns in the material. So on the very generous high end, if I were just going to estimate, you know, what I would be buying this for at the store, if I bought each piece individually, you know, it could be as much as $8,000 or $9,000. Now, with that being said, I'm going to lose 20, 30, 40% of what's in there due to checking, due to cracking, due to it being a home kiln that is efficient to an extent. You know, there's, like I said, there's a science to it. I don't have the background to know that I'm doing it necessarily as efficiently as I could, or effectively with, you know, creating the least amount of loss for my material. But in the end, I'm still going to walk away with several $1,000s in really nice white oak, which I'm going to use for a variety of projects in the future. So I'm going to leave a couple things here at the end, show you a bit more of a pattern and stuff, some of the neat stuff that I got picked out. But aside from that, if you want to support my channel, check out my other videos. I really appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to be getting that coffee table sent out pretty soon. I'm excited about that. I've got a coffee table I'm making that I'm going to be giving out to someone in the near future. I still got my Batman Superman giveaway going on, as well as the suggested project. Make sure that you watch those to know how you can enter and what the criteria is for suggestion and selection. So until next time.
Sneak peek. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Yeah. And hit the bell. And like. Yeah. And the channel. To our dad.